Welcome back to the program, where this episode taking a look at a classic American lager, Yuengling's Traditional Lager. It is a red amber lager. I believe 4.5% alcohol by volume. It doesn't list on the can. You'll know by looking in the description down there if I don't have it on the screen. And I believe it's 12 IBU. So Yuengling, it says America's oldest brewery. And several years ago, 2005, somewhere in there, I had the privilege to actually visit the old brewery in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Very, very cool, tour that we got of it. Finished off with, I think, 2 samples back then. And I'm from Ohio, so I had a trip to Pennsylvania for work. And like I said, happened to be Pottsville, Pennsylvania, where I was visiting, home of this brewery. And they set up a tour there for all of us, part of the business trip. And at the end of it, had a couple samples. That's the first time I had their Yuengling Lager, this lager. And the Black and Tan, I believe, is what the other one was that I had. And about 5 years after that, 2008, 2009, somewhere in there, Yuengling became available in Ohio. But up to that point, this was probably one of the more popular beers that was drove to Pennsylvania, purchased, brought back to Ohio, give to your buddies, your friends, whatever. This was one of those beers there. So when it was released in Ohio, I was pretty hyped about it. Had a lot of it back then. Then, it just kind of became the norm. And I just pick it up every once in a while. A buddy came over and he had a case of this. And it's been a while since I've had it. I figured I'd review one. And their premium beer, their Pilsner, very good. Everything that I've had from them, it's good, solid lager beer, right? They got a porter too. I think their porter and their Pilsner is what their Black and Tan actually is. But I've rambled on long enough, but check that out. I just have always been a fan of the Yuengling logo there. So very cool there. So I'm going to crack it open. I'll get a pour on it in the actual Yuengling glass. I don't use this too often, so it'll be nice. Now it's going to pour just amber, coppery amber color. That's what it's supposed to look like. Now we got about just over 2 fingers. Very, very frothy head, actually. There's some fisheye bubbles in there, dish soapy bubbles on top, but for the most part, very frothy, very solid lacing going on. Head is very well intact still. Nice clarity to it, but like I said, just coppery, ambery, clear beer. That is crystal clear right there. Rinsed glass, dried glass. You can see the carbonation releasing coming up. Hopefully you can see it on camera there. Very nice looking beer. As far as the nose, get that bready caramel. What did I say this was? 4.5% alcohol by volume, I believe. Caramel malt, roasted caramel malts in here. Definitely get that roasted maltiness. Sweet caramel. Get another look on that right there. Cluster and Cascade are the hops used in this thing, so still got some good lacing, right? Let's get a drink on this thing. Clean. Did I get it all in there? Sure did. That's an awful big drink. Clean, crisp, refreshing. Very thin, water-like mouthfeel. Caramel, a little bit of a roasted carameliness to it. For the most part, though, super solid amber lager. This is one lager, that I can drink about any time I was in the mood for a lager. This is on tap in about all of the restaurants in the area here in Ohio. If I go there and I'm actually in a mood for a beer, there's a few beers I'll get. I usually kind of stick away from some of the IPAs when I go out to the bar, to the restaurant stuff. It's just so expensive. So I typically hit a lager there. I usually hit this if it's there, and I also hit PBR on draft if it's there. Just one of my guilty pleasures. Overall solid, crisp, refreshing beer. I'm sure you've had this before. Yuengling's distribution is really blown up. I don't know if you have it in your area, but if you do, what do you think about this? Is it a solid drink? I'd take this over some of most of the macro brewers out there, really, any day of the week if I'm actually in the mood for a lager. So anyhow, like, subscribe, comment, check me out on social media. I do recommend this if you haven't had it before. Thanks for watching.